Nice. So let me get this straight. Germany will teach you about the Holocaust. They have real shame, real embarrassment, repentance. But America doesn't want to talk about slavery. That's why you got that racist piece of trash, DeSantis, and all these stupid idiots who don't want to talk about critical race theory. Like, oh, my poor child is not. Why do I have to feel sorry or guilty? Imagine if you were a little black child growing up and all you saw was a black image of someone being lynched and hung and never told the truth why. And then you see these ignorant idiots out here who wear Confederate jackets and rebel flags and put them on their truck and their car as a symbol, which is a symbol of hate and ignorance and stupidity. And they identify with the Ku Klux Klan, but they lost the Civil War. 1863, they lost. They lost. When I see anybody with a Confederate flag or the jackets or something, that to me is a sign they hate black people. And it's a sign to me that they're also a loser. Because, well, it's true on both accounts. And 9 times out of 10, they probably wear a hood and burn a cross in someone black's yard and try to intimidate, bully. Probably. Just like DeSantis would too. Racist trash, and he's a sellout. But anyway, why is it Germany can teach about the Holocaust and they are making repenting about it, you know? But I remember I had a dear friend of mine who passed away during the pandemic, and we talked a long time ago. And I said, of all the places you went to Europe, what was the best? And he mentioned Germany, and but knocked me out. So I said, you a black man in Germany? He said, yeah, but they were a lot, in certain ways, progressive and things. When you hear, because over here, you may have gotten roots thrown on the, in the classroom, but they have never explored Jim Crowism. They've never explored the racist presidents, the founding forefathers, the lynching, the sale, the buck back breaking, the auctioning. The reason why 40 acres and a mule, the reason why reparations is needed, the reason why the plantation mindset that you see in professional sports, or what Colin Kaepernick and Brian Flores is going through in NFL, why there's never been any black, you don't see black ownership in the NFL or none of the pro sports except for Michael Jordan, which is kind of tokenism, if you will, because he had to pretty much be a field hand and sell his shoes and be a logo, an icon, and all this other stuff just to get to the door because they got rules about who they let in. And I'm not bashing Michael Jordan. I'm stating the obvious. I don't care how famous or whatever you are. Remember they asked LeBron James that last year, do you self being in the NBA? And he said, I got to make a lot more money. So I'm like, oh, so you got the movie career, you sign all these deals, you got all these conglomerate businesses, but you don't have the ends to put down or they won't let you in. See, and they don't want to talk about United States because the true definition of United States would mean black people would have part ownership of this country. I think they earned it. They are the true Native Americans of America. I think more than earned it. But if you do that and you have to go back, then you have to explain why these racist animals who identify as police be killing black people. And some of them are sell out black cops who are trained to hate on their own. Why is that? Government, FBI, all that. Why is that? Why is that? And some of them call themselves Christians too. Yeah. But they were there for a fish fry, for a barbecue, to lynching the black people. So it just amazes me. Germany is ashamed of their past. But America, and why do they even have laws when they've allowed the law to be broken against black people? And they continue to. That's why I say African Americans in America are political prisoners. And it's a shame that the brothers and sisters of Africa haven't reached back to bring us back home or to talk about the apartheid that is happening in America with 3Ks. Because if they don't teach the children the truth, they grow up to accept the lies. And it's spread and it manifests. It really is. And that has been the big lie of America. We walk and we act. You don't have to go to Hollywood, and you don't have to be Will Smith, Denzel Washington, Viola Davis, or whoever African American who wins an award to sit on the stage and take, because there's acting that we do every day in America with 3Ks. Oh, yes. In a classroom, boardroom, any room you want to talk to institutionalized systematic racism because it's not taught. But they will allow pompous, racist, arrogant trashes from Trump, Biden, DeSantis, all of them. And they will pimp a black caucus. They will pimp these politicians. They will pimp these preachers to sit there and lie and never tell the truth about the ramifications of slavery, the ramifications of the wars that were promised for freedom and accommodations, which will tie into what Jackie Robinson was about, which will tie into what Muhammad Ali is about, which ties into what Colin Kaepernick was about, and many others in between, and they stories that you have not heard, and the reason why Emmett Till never got justice. And we go all the way back and forward to what you see with Trayvon Martin and why George Floyd was like a revelation, or was it? But if you don't teach the truth, isolated is what they tell you. They keep that locked. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts and comments, and I will respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and tell American history books tell the truth about slavery in America. I give Germany they do, but until they do, they're teaching your children a lie. And why would you even want to send your children to schools when you can teach them a lot of the truth, which they will not tell?